Shalom, call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the men on down, respectfully. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatham to the hopeful elect, whomever they may be, wherever they may be scattered. And this lesson is inspired by the order, the decree that was given from the apostle elder Tahar, brothers, the fact that the apostle elder Tahar pretty much given the order that brothers, do one video a day, and can easily see how that was set up through the spirit, because we're living in a time where Jake is coming in, and Jake is starting to wake up, and Jake, with that, Jake is going to have a lot of questions. So for guys calling themselves elders and calling themselves prophets and leaders, teachers, all right, the scriptures say being apt to teach, like when you look at the the prophets of old, such as Isaiah and Jeremiah, and so on and so forth. They were constantly dealing with Jake and teaching and things of that nature. So it only makes sense because, again, as Esau, he's gearing up. All right, and as he's making his moves, all right, and as he's speeding things up on the left-hand side, all right, it's important for us to be doing our thing on the right-hand side. Like I said, guys calling themselves prophets and teachers and leaders and things of that nature. All right, it's important to be doing our part, on the right-hand side. All right, because with that, as this truth gets out there more and more, and as this truth is preached up the four corners of the earth, all right, we're pretty much doing ourselves a service, because again, with that, Jake is gonna, continue to wake up and be edified, and it's only gonna hasten the day of the Lord. All right, so again, the fact that the apostle elder Tahar pretty much given a decree that brothers should be doing videos a week, be doing one video a day. All right, and that's that I believe that was set up through the spirit, because me myself, man, I've been having this urge to push videos and to teach, man, and just to do what I can for this ministry. And to play my role in this body. I just been feeling the urge, because before, because believe it or not, you're gonna have some guys out there, they're gonna look at that as a stumbling block. Just like before, when the apostle Tahar gave the decree to brothers to do 3 videos, a minimum of 3 videos a week. All right, just like with that, yeah, brothers falling out, and that was it was grievous and strenuous to certain men. All right, so how much more is it going to be now? You got to do 1 video a day. But with these things, man, it's just you're going to see through the spirit pretty much the sifting process. All right, because like I said, this is gonna sift the wheat from the tares, so to say. All right, because again, a lot of certain men, they're gonna look at that as a stumbling block and grievous, and eventually certain men could possibly fall out because of that. But nevertheless, because at the end of the day, man, it's all about feeding the flock of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Because like I said, we're living in these times where Jake is gonna wake up, and with that, Jake is gonna have a lot of questions, and us being the ambassadors of Yahweh Shemel Shai, the mouthpiece and the spokesman. All right, we got to be able to, give account of these things. All right, so I'm gonna go to I'm gonna start off with First Peter's 5. And I'm gonna start at verse. First Peter's chapter 5. I'm starting at verse 1. It says, "The elders which are among you I exhort, who am also an elder, but and a witness of the sufferings of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed." Now again, because like I said, I'm not I often put the disclaimer, I'm not a part of any Great Millstone camps. I'm not an official member or anything, but pretty much I hold myself under that banner. I study under the doctrine of Great Millstone. And I follow the leadership. Start with the apostles, the elders, because again, certain brothers, they're already doing videos on a daily. And you following after those footsteps. All right, because again, it's about feeding the flock of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Jake is paying attention. Jake is waking up. And Jake, they have all these questions. All right, so again, we got to be ready to give answer. And like I said, it only makes sense that the apostle gave that order because, again, Esau's ramping things up. He's speeding things up on the left hand. All right, he's ramping things up, and I believe that he's putting a certain. I believe through the spirit that Esau, Edom, the elites, they're putting the finishing touches on certain things, like them, sending these these rockets to the heavens, and with certain things and whatnot. I believe Esau, Edom, he's putting the finishing touch, pretty much the cherry on top. All right, because they're getting ready to make their move, and like I said, it's important for us. If you're calling yourself a prophet, a teacher, a leader, an elder, it's important for us to be making our move. All right, because with this word, man, with teaching this word, there's power that comes with it. All right, because best believe, I'll tell you the truth. Teaching this truth, man, is bringing down strongholds. All right, it's bringing down the covering cast over all the people. All right, people are waking up, people are rousing up. All right, prophecy is pretty much being, it's in motion right now, because again, this word is out there, this truth is being, it's out there. So this is why, because with this decree, man, it's either going to make you or it's going to break you. It's crunch time. We're in the last seconds of the fourth quarter. All right, and now is not the time to be lukewarm, wavering back and forth. This is the time to be on fire. So reading on to verse 2, this is the point. It says, "Feed the flock of the Most High which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly." So let me read it out. It says, "Not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." All right, because like I said, we got to be after teach at all times. All right, Jake, they're going to be coming up with all type of questions and concerns, and we got to be ready to give answer. All right, and and that's why it's important to examine yourself. All right, to see if you're really about doing this for Yahweh Shemel Shai, because you got a lot of people, I gotta put together these lessons and get these precepts ready, and I gotta do this and do that, right? Because they do it by constraint. They do it because, as a sense of obligation, like they have to do it, and certain men, their mind is not really into it, So and if you're not, if you fall in that mindset, man, you need to question yourself. You need to examine yourself, because like I said, this is not the time to be, this is not the time to be lukewarm and wavering back and forth with your faith, and this is not the time for it. Because like I said, it's sifting season. All right, Yahweh Shemel Shai is looking for true worshipers. All right, and like I said, this is gonna either make you or it's gonna break you. All right. So, me personally, man, I just, not that I, so to say, look like I'm not, looking down on, certain brothers, but it just comes with the territory. Because like I said, with this, you can expect to see certain men start to fall off. Certain men are going to start falling away. Because again, this is going to be a stumbling block to certain men. But nevertheless, we got to do this. This is, a part of the sacrifice, our daily sacrifice. All right, because here it is. We expect all these benefits from Yahweh Shemel Shai daily. So it only makes sense that we sacrifice daily. We want all these things from Yahweh Shemel Shai on a daily basis. But it only makes sense that we gotta sacrifice something, on a daily. We go to Psalms 61:8. Psalm 61:8. It says, So will I sing praise unto thy name forever, that I may daily perform my vows. So you see, all right. So this is something, we got to be indulged in daily, and I mean, when like I said, when it comes to this truth, all right. I mean, you get to a point where because like I said, for one, brothers, I mean, we should really be doing videos every day. But with this fluctuation of information, all right, like I said, it only makes sense. A lot of times, man, I have so many lessons that I have planned out and so many lessons on my mind. It gets overwhelming sometimes. Because like with the whole the 3 videos a week, right? That like I said, that was like a stumbling block to some men. But nevertheless, I mean, if the spirit's dealing with you, man, I mean, one video a day, man, that's really, that shouldn't really be, like a stumbling block. Again, here it is. We seek benefits from Yahweh Shemel Shai on a daily basis. Why can't we, give something in return? Because like I said, here it is, Esau, man. Esau, he's making his moves on the left hand, and we need to do our part on the right hand. I'm gonna get this in Sirach 33. Sirach 33:14. It says, Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So you see, because right now we're in a time of war. All right, and like I said, this isn't the time we should be taking breaks. All right, like you got this camp talking about one of the members of this camp, one of these other camps are talking about taking time off to spend time with your family, taking a year off to spend with your wife and your kids. This is not the time for that. The harvest is plenteous. There's plenty of work that needs to be done, but very few to do the work. And like I said, right now, man, it's overdraft time. It's crunch time. All right, here it is. Esau, Edom, he's about to make his move. They don't go to sleep without devising evil and plotting. All right, so again, we need to be doing our parts on the right hand in righteousness. All right, because again, this is a war, man. It's a war against good and evil right now. All right, and again, you don't want to be caught lacking. You don't want to be caught slipping. So let me get because again, man, you got a lot of jakes out there. They're they're hungry for the word. I look at certain brothers, man. Certain brothers that I'm really, some brothers that I'm really fond to. All right, you know, they might do a video. I'll watch the video, and then I'm you know, it's like, when's the next one coming? You know, some brothers, you know, they do very, very edifying videos and lessons. You know, and it's just like you just can't get enough of His word, because that's how this truth, man. That's why the scriptures refer to it as living water. All right, this water, man, it just comes. It doesn't stop. All right, that's how this truth is. And like I said, you know, Jake, man, they need to be fed. They're hungry. You know, Jake's gonna be, you know, they're out there looking for answers and turning to Egyptology and all this other stuff. All right, because Jake, man, you know, they're seeking the truth. All right, and again, you know, being the men of the Lord, all right, we got to be ready to tend to the flock of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. All right, so again, you know, there's work that needs to be done, and right now because here it is, Esau Edom is doing everything in his power to stop this truth from springing forth. All right, you got Trump, all right, and he's the president of the United States, and they're talking about you know, they're banning his I think it was his Twitter or something, right? You know, and they're banning certain ads dealing with Trump, and you know. And again, you know, he's the president. How much more us on a you know, the nobodies in the society, you know, the foolish to the world. How much more us? Because again, you know, there's an attack on the truth. There's an attack on, you know, this truth. But nevertheless, the word has to, you know, it's going to continue to get pushed out. So, and again, it's a part of this war that we're in right now. All right. So, Amos 5:15, it says, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that Yahweh, the power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. All right, so again, you know, we got to establish this, you know, to establish this word. All right, we got to be teaching because, you know, not only do we teach Israel, we tell Jake to repent and all these things, but hey, you know, part of this thing is prophesying the downfall of America. All right, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great. All right, that's the part of this. That's the part of this thing. All right, teaching the, you know, the downfall of this place. But nevertheless, we got to proclaim these things. We got to establish these things. We got to teach these things. All right, and this is going to henceforth bring forth, because the more you speak it, the more it's going to come to pass. All right, and again, you know, just to show the power of teaching this word, man. There's word spirits that come with, you know, with the words that you speak. So, you know, the more you speak it, the more the Lord is going to act on it, and you know, these things are slowly but surely, well, quickly. All right, they're going to, you know, soon it's going to, you know, it's going to come to pass before our very eyes. You know, so hey, man, you know, you keep doing this work, man. Go to Revelations 3. Revelations 3. Revelations 3:11, it says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So, you know, we can't sit on this, you know, we can't sit in this you know, this treasure that we've been given, this gift that the Lord has given us with, you know, the talent that, you know, the Lord is you know, giving us charge of, you know, our penny. All right, because, you know, you got certain you know, certain men, they watch these videos, right? You know, they get edified, they get fed daily, but they don't do nothing with it, you know. And like these other Israelite camps, all right, yeah, you know, for the most part, they're out there teaching Israel and whatnot, but for the most part, because, you know, the thing with you know, Great Millstone, you know, it's I mean, because you know, you just can't do what you want to do, you know, like most of these camps. All right, you got to be putting in this work. All right, if you're not out there on the highways and byways, all right, I mean, it's nothing for you to, you know, do videos, you know, and put together lessons and do videos and things of that nature, you know. But, you know, some, you know, a lot of these camps, you know, because like I was saying, one of the many things I noticed about Great Millstone, all right, every brother, you know, for the most part, you know, they have their own, you know, platforms, you know, YouTube and whatnot, and they're doing videos. All right, but other camps, man, you got a lot of members like IUIC. That's one of the biggest camps. But you know, all the members, they're not doing videos. You know, and you know, you could just imagine if every individual in all these camps, every brother in all these camps, every man was doing videos, how much more we probably would have been out of here, man. You know, this truth, man, it would have, I mean, we would have been gone. You know, just to show, man, just how important it is to be teaching this word. You know, but nevertheless, either way, you know, the Lord has it to where, hey, man, this word is getting out there nevertheless, and it's speeding things up. All right, this is why the devil, he sees these things, Satan. All right, and more so Esau, Edom. All right, they see these things coming to pass. All right, they see Jake waking up, asking questions and things like that. All right, and this is why, again, they're making their moves, right? Which is only gonna, make Yahweh Shem Shah make his moves on the right hand. All right, because the Lord, man, amen, we're about to be out of here quickly. You know, the Lord is coming very, very soon. So this is why, you know, we strive to do our part. You know, it's like Revelations 22, verse 12. It says, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to as his work shall be." So you see, we're going to be judged, you know, based off, pretty much the works that we've been doing, you know, the works that we've been committing. All right. You know, but nevertheless, you know, we're striving for that reward. We're trying to hurry up and get that reward. So this is why, you know, we're doing, you know, brothers is out there on the highways and byways and making videos and putting together these lessons. All right, we're all striving for this reward. We're trying to hurry up and get to the prize, get to the goal, get to the medal. All right. So again, you know, when you see things like Apostle Tahar making these decrees, you know, one video a day. All right. Because another thing about this truth, man, it's either going to offend you, or you know, you're going to look at it. You're gonna look at it from a spiritual standpoint. All right. And it's going to make sense, it's going to click, or it's going to offend you. All right, because like I said, you know, brothers, you know, certain men, you know, they're going to look at that, and it might be too much for some individuals. You know, but like I said, you know, it only makes sense because, you know, you just look at what's going on and how things are really speeding up, right? And, you know, we really got to get this truth out there, man. We got to continue to feed the flock. All right, because, you know, surely the Lord is looking down on our afflictions. He's hearing us, and you know, the Lord is he's moving on behalf of His elect. So this, you know, just to furthermore show the importance of teaching this truth, man. You know, preaching this gospel. All right, because like I said, you know, you look at the men of old, man. Like when you look in the book of Acts, the apostles, man, they were teaching. Like I mentioned, the prophets, you know, they were constantly dealing with dealing with Jake, right? You know, so yeah, you know, again, just showing the importance of teaching this, you know, teaching this truth. You know, this is not the time to be taking breaks, all right, and get lax and getting comfortable and kicking your feet up. No, man, do the work. You know, whatever the Spirit compels you to do, man, you know, get on it. So we can get the hell up out of here. Because like I said, you know, like using an example of these other camps, if all these guys were doing videos, man, this truth would have been, we would have been out of here. You know, like I said, you know, with Great Millstone, all right, every brother, you know, they got their own pages and they're doing lessons. All right, you know, put forth their hand to the plow. All right, you know, because this word, man, is supposed to be. It's not like, you know, it's not like the, you know, the scriptures talk about meditating on this word day and night. You know, it's not like we're not supposed to be not speaking these things, constantly. Anyways, so why not make videos every day? You know, Deuteronomy 6:7 it says, "And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shall talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up." So pretty much, 24/7, man. For the most part, man, we're just supposed to be speaking this word. No matter where we go, no matter who we're with or who we're around. The law of this book, man, is supposed to be in our mouth constantly. We're supposed to constantly be, talking about the book of this law, man, this Bible, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, and even more so with Jake, man. Jake is waking up. And Jake, man, how Jake, man, Jake has questions for days, and we got to be ready to, like I said, give answer. It's like Baba's all over the place, man. Things, but nevertheless, man, the Apostle Tahar, man, made that decree, man, and it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world. Speeding things up, man. Esau's doing his thing on the left hand. We got to do our part. We got to do our thing on the right hand. This is a time to awake out of sleep. All right, this is not the time to be slowing down. This is the time to put your foot on the gas and to really kick it into high gear, because like I said, we're in the last seconds of the fourth quarter. We are almost up out of here, man. So just stay, we just got to stay diligent in this thing, man. Very soon, man, our peace, our rest is coming. But for now, man, we got to do the work. We got to keep pushing forward, and just do our part to the best of our abilities. So with that, I'm gonna give all credit, all acknowledgement to Yahweh Shemel Shai, double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone. Yahweh Shemel Shai, Barakathum to the hopefully elect. And until next time, Shalom.